To begin, let me give you a little bit of a background. My parents and I migrated from Jamaica to Canada in 1998 to Hamilton, Ontario. A few short years later, Mount Hamilton Baptist Church became our home. My siblings and I grew up in this church, and my soon-to-be husband and I, God willing, will raise our children in this church community. So if you're doing the math, that's about 20 plus years and counting as a part of this church family. However, while being a part of the MHBC family, there were periods where myself and others experienced inequity and felt unwelcome. For example, our family was one of 3 Black families with young children in the church growing up. Despite looking physically different and coming from different regions in the world, some folks in the church were unable to appreciate the differences in our unique family groups and cultures and communicated with us as if we were all the same. My siblings, who were preteen and toddlers at the time, had a nursery rhyme sung to them with the N-word included in the song. These are just 2 examples of our experiences of racism, microaggressions, and unconscious biases right within our church family. However, in May 2020, the world came to a halt after the horrific passing of George Floyd. Folks had an opportunity to actually pause, reflect, listen, learn, and unlearn about the racism, microaggressions, unconscious biases, and inequalities that are still so present in this world today. It was during this time that MHBC decided to start their MHBC Listen series. It was an opportunity for the Black folks in our congregation to take to the floor and speak to their experiences while everyone else remained muted and listening. In this moment, I truly felt God's love. In the past, sharing our experiences might have been seen as us being overly sensitive. However, we had over 75 persons in our church family who showed up to listen and learn and unlearn through our stories and experiences. At times, families can be a bit dysfunctional. I believe the beautiful thing is how we move forward in love. Over the next year and continuing, together as a church family, we dived deeper through pods, books, and MHBC Listen series, where we listened, learned, and unpacked topics such as racism, Indigenous communities, disabilities, mental wellness, and the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities. I believe having these opportunities has allowed for our church family to create a more welcoming and loving environment. I am happy to personally notice active changes within my church community. John 13:35 states, "By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." Through this season, I felt God calling us to reflect on this verse. How can we call ourselves members of the body of Christ with hate, judgment, or discrimination in our actions, thoughts, and hearts? Instead, we must choose to move forward in love.